Dexter fans, we've got a lot to talk about for Season 2 of Resurrection. Jason Voorhees legend Kane Hodder joins the Dexter universe. Detective Quinn returns full-time, and much to my dismay, the New York Ripper has been fully revealed. Oh, and Harrison appears to have a new love interest, and she's the daughter of an NYPD homicide captain. So let's break down everything we know so far of Dexter Resurrection Season 2, including casting announcements, story details, and why the reveal of the New York Ripper has my panties in a bunch. I'm Stanley, and you are watching Channel 116. So first things first, filming for Dexter Resurrection Season 2 officially began on April 13th, 2026 at the brand new Sunset Pier 94 Studios in Manhattan, making it the first major production to film there. The current target release window is October 2026, although Paramount has not officially announced a premiere date yet, and we've already got a ton of news and behind-the-scenes photos. In these photos, you may have noticed Dexter's blue Kia with a registration sticker dated for 2026, which hints at a pretty significant time jump given Season 1 took place in 2022. And yes, that URCAR sticker is still on the back. And honestly, there's something about Dexter pretending to be a normal working man while secretly stalking killers on the side that just screams classic Dexter. And we also got behind-the-scenes photos of director Marco Siega, Michael C. Hall, Jack Alcott, James Remar, who of course plays Harry Morgan, and many, many more. Now let's get into the big controversy and the reason why I was frustrated. The New York Ripper has been revealed, and I absolutely hate that they revealed him this early. The character is being played by actor Brian Cox, known for Succession, Braveheart, X-Men United, Troy, and Manhunter. His character's real name, Donald Frampt, previously teased in Season 1, is apparently elderly, wheelchair and strip club bound, and no longer active as a serial killer. And this is what frustrates me. So after Season 1, the creators basically admitted that they had never intended to heavily lean on the New York Ripper storyline. But after seeing how crazy the fans went over it online, they decided to expand on that storyline for Season 2. And then they just flat out reveal what he looks like and who's playing him. To me, that mystery was huge. I saw so many fan theories, YouTube comments, Reddit posts, fans speculating who he is. Is he somebody from Dexter's past, somebody from Miami Metro, or somebody we haven't met yet? And now that mystique is gone. Now granted, Brian Cox is a great actor, and Dexter fans are extremely loyal, so I don't think this is anything that's going to cause fans not to watch the show. But man, I just think they pulled the trigger too early on that. Now, according to set photos, it appears that Dexter may start hunting the New York Ripper as early as episode 1. As we can see in this photo, it shows Dexter stalking Don Frampt from behind, which makes a lot of sense because Dexter already knows who he is from the Leon Prater files, and as far as we know, nobody else has that information. Which means, once again, Dexter has a head start over law enforcement and may have him all to himself, which is exactly how Dexter likes it. Speaking of law enforcement, we've got several major new cast additions. Bokeem Woodbine has joined the cast as Captain Dixon, an NYPD homicide captain. If you don't recognize the name, he's been in Fargo, Spider-Man Homecoming, Total Recall, Halo, and Dead Presidents. Then we have Nona Parker Johnson playing Fiona Nixon, Captain Dixon's daughter, who is training to be a homicide detective. And here's where things get very interesting. Fiona Nixon reportedly becomes Harrison's new love interest. Sorry, Gigi. Now, I personally like Gigi from Season 1, and I wish they would have kept that relationship going, but Harrison dating the daughter of a homicide captain, that could be really good or really bad, and either way, I'm here for it. Now, whether this is a natural happening or Harrison intentionally sought her out for his own personal gain is yet to be seen. But we know that in the Dexter universe, coincidences and convenient connections happen all too often, so I guess it could go either way. Now, another huge addition is Dan Stevens, who will play a new serial killer named Owen Stark, also known as the Five Borough Killer. He's known for The Guest, Abigail, Legion, Beauty and the Beast, and Downtown Abbey. And apparently Owen Stark is expected to be one of Dexter's main villains this season. According to the official synopsis, Dexter will be caught between two killers while battling a midlife crisis. I personally feel like Dexter has been battling a midlife crisis since the final season of the original Dexter series. But it sounds like the Five-Borough Killer and the New York Ripper will be Dexter's two main threats this season, which gives me heavy classic Dexter vibes. Central killers, side killers, investigations, cat and mouse games. That is peak Dexter. And speaking of side killers, this next announcement is my favorite yet. Mr. Kane Hodder, aka Jason Voorhees, aka Victor Crowley, is officially joining us for season 2. And if you're a horror fan, then you know why that's exciting. Kane Hodder is one of the most iconic actors to ever play Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th franchise, and my personal favorite. And I've met him in person before, and I can tell you from personal experience, that cast and crew is going to have a good time with Kane on set.
Go fuck yourself.
And I'm sure none of them are watching this, but just in case they are, do not, I repeat, do not trust Kane with any breath freshener spray. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, just click the video above and you'll find out. Anyway, I seriously hope they let him play some terrifying killer instead of just some random cameo. Will he only appear in one episode? Probably. However, it's still Kane Hodder, and it's such a cool crossover for horror fans. And then we also have Chris Jericho, a professional wrestler who's been making more and more appearances in films such as Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3. And I have to wonder, will Jericho and Kane Hodder be killers from the Leon Prater files? Because I feel like that has to be a big part of season 2. I mean, there's a lot of unfinished business there. And what happened to Al? We need Al back. There's no way Dexter's just going to let him go. Now, another major character, Detective Batista, will also be returning as well. Since he's obviously deceased, I imagine he's going to be an, ghost sidekick form like Harry is as well. Or maybe we'll get him in a flashback. And the next announcement, Detective Quinn is officially returning as a full season regular. And this is awesome because it brings us even closer to the OG Miami Metro vibes that everybody misses. Now the big question becomes, is Detective Quinn going to be hunting Dexter down? Will he be the new Batista for season 2? And I know that seems kind of obvious, but I think it's inevitable. There's no way he's just gonna let everything he knows slide after finding out Batista is dead. He's gonna connect the dots. Now, if he was returning for just one episode or two, I could totally see him confronting Dexter and, kind of like before where he's like, he knows, but he doesn't know, and he doesn't know if that's a tree he wants to bark up, so he rolls out. But the fact that he's returning as a season regular, I think it's inevitable that he's going to be coming after Dexter in some regard. Now, another returning storyline and characters is Detective Oliva and Wallace. And I'm really curious, how they're going to interpret the Leon Prater thing. Are they just going to move on from this? Is this like a case closed thing? Or is Batista's earlier accusations going to resurface? Will they stumble upon one tiny little piece of evidence that makes Detective Wallace second guess? And we all know how Detective Wallace is. Once she gets her mind on something, you ain't taking her off of it. Because Detective Wallace is the kind of person that once she obsesses over something, she just cannot let it go. And according to the behind-the-scenes photos, Detective Oliva has been promoted to sergeant. And I'm wondering, was that because of the Leon Prater case? Is it just because of the time jump and he just eventually made it there? Or does it have something to do with Detective Wallace's obsessions and quirks that she kind of has always had? We don't know yet. But let's talk about Harrison for a minute, because Harrison is officially a big boy now. We see behind the scene photos of him in his police uniform, which is exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. However, Harrison becoming a cop while secretly struggling with a similar darkness as Dexter is something that we've all wanted this whole time, isn't it? Man, it does feel like the show is slowly drifting back towards the classic Dexter aesthetics, which makes my panties unbunched, untwisted. And the reason I'm happy about that, because if I had one complaint about season 1 of Resurrection, it's just that it felt different. Not bad, just different. So much has changed, so many characters are gone, and just like in real life, sometimes you miss the past. Which is exactly why I was so disappointed when Original Sin got canceled, despite how extremely well it was doing and how well loved it was by all the fans. That show felt like lightning in a bottle to me. It was casted so perfect. which is why people are still holding on to the hope that maybe someday that show will return. But don't think that fans, including myself, didn't notice in the behind-the-scenes photos they released a picture that had some syringes with an expiration date of 1992, the M99 syringes. I don't personally think that means Original Sin is going to come back, but I think it could hint towards an appearance from Patrick Gibson or some of the other cast members in a flashback, which, hey, I'll take what I can get. And finally, Uma Thurman's character, Charlie Brown, is back as well. And boy, does she look different. Her hair is much longer. She looks far less intimidating, like she's trying to completely separate herself from Leon Prater and anything that connected her to his legacy. Overall, I'm extremely excited for Resurrection Season 2. I love the cast additions. I think they're fantastic. I love that Quinn is coming back, and I love the potential for more classic Dexter vibes. Rumor has it we may be getting a teaser trailer next month, June 2026, and an official trailer as early as July. Now that's wild to me. With as many moving pieces and people that there are involved, I just can't believe these things happen so fast. Now, before I go, I really want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about the early reveal of the New York Ripper? What kind of killer do you want Kane Hodder to play? Will he be a brutal slasher-style woods killer, chasing down teenagers, skinny dipping in the lake? Yeah, I know, probably not. Anywho, don't be shy, drop your theories below. And if you're a hardcore Dexter fan like we are, then make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be covering Dexter Resurrection all season long right here on Channel 116. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll catch you on the next update. I'm Stanley. This is Channel 116. Out.
Sometimes I wonder what it would be like for everything inside me that's denied and unknown to be revealed. The reality is there's nobody left alive who can handle my truth.